Welcome back to my channel. I'm JC, and today's video I'm going to be sharing with you my reading goals for 2022. Now, they are not quite as ridiculous as the ones I had for 2021. Let me show you in the cards up here, because those were like 50, I think it was 53 books that I somehow thought I was fast enough reader to read. This year's number isn't that much lower. Probably still more than I should put on there, but you know, I have to try. So there are some that I don't have with me, but I will pop a picture up of them when I get to that one, so that you can know what the book looks like. There are only 5 ebooks on this list. I'll be honest, I may not get to those because I am not a fan of ebooks, but I have so many in my ebook library because sometimes it's the only way I can afford to support an author, that I download the ebooks, and I want to actually read them because I paid for them, so I should. But oftentimes I usually end up getting the paperback version of the ebook anyway, and because I'm more of a physical person. So there are no audiobooks in this list. There is one that I may find on audiobook should it be too difficult for me to get through reading it physically, and when I get there I'll explain to you why. So without further ado, I'm going to I have the piles around me, so that's where I'm looking. So we're going to start with, actually no, not that one. Actually, yes. We're going to start with The Murder Book by Jonathan Kellerman. Angels and Demons by Dan Brown, because I did not realize that one came before the Da Vinci Code, which I haven't read either. And don't judge me, but I haven't seen the movies. So technically I'm not spoiled by anything. David Baldacci, The Escape. John Grisham, The Testament. David Baldacci, First Family. Hillary Rodham Clinton and Louise Penny, State of Terror. I was very excited about this one. Dan Brown, The Da Vinci Code. Private London by James Patterson. NYPD Red 2 by James Patterson. I have the first one and the third one. I had to actually get the second one because I didn't want to read them out of order, which normally I don't care about, but for some reason in this one it seems like it was relevant to stay in order. This one is called Princess, a Private Novel. I got this one from one of our fellow author tubers, Katie Wismer, The Marionettes. Let's see, The Piano Lesson by August Wilson. I had actually started reading this. I wanted to read a couple of plays because I have a play that I want to write. So just trying to get the manner in which plays are written. So I wanted to read a couple, and I started this one and got halfway through, and no, it does not count as DNFing that I did not finish it, because I am rereading it and finishing it this year. James Baldwin, The Amen Corner, also a play. Assignation by Joyce Carol Oates, short stories. Star Bright, Be With You Soon by Joyce Carol Oates, writing as Rosamund Smith. Blood Like Magic by Lizelle Sambury. Bill Clinton and James Patterson, The President's Daughter. The People versus Alex Cross, James Patterson. Judge and Jury, James Patterson. The 16th Seduction, James Patterson. The Forgotten by Faye Kellerman, Reunion in Death by J.D. Robb, Purity in Death by J.D. Robb, Seduction in Death by J.D. Robb, Judgment in Death by J.D. Robb, Holiday in Death by J.D. Robb, Ceremony in Death by J.D. Robb. French Twist, a novelette by James Patterson. In an effort to do more middle grade reading, because I have to write book 2 of my middle grade series, I am reading. Okay, so before I show it to you, I've seen the movies. I've seen all of the movies. I've never actually read the books, and I've heard the books are different than the movies. So I wanted to read the books, and since they are technically considered middle grade, it's one of the few middle grades I actually have on my shelf that I didn't have to go out and buy. So Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone is on my list because it's middle grade. Also, Millicent Men, Girl Genius, which Michelle Schusterman mentioned in our middle grade club workshop. I did actually buy this as part of my Christmas gift to myself. But anyway, Artemis Fowl. This is not the actual cover of Artemis Fowl. It is a special edition that I bought from some kind of library sale. But it is the first book in the series, of which I did not know there was a series until I went to look for this book. But Writers on Writing, essays, collected essays from the New York Times. Flesh and Blood by Jonathan Kellerman. And, okay, to make sure there was no more. Unexpected Guest by Agatha Christie. This actually was a play, which they turned into a novel, and I'm very interested and curious to see how that turns out, turning a play into a novel, because never really seen that done. But and this is my classic, my one classic for the year. No, I have never read Emma because I had seen the movies, all the movies that were based off of it. I didn't think there was a point to me actually reading it, but I have been told that I am mistaken and I should read it, which is why I may seek out the audiobook if I should have trouble getting through, any of it. Also, the books that I have to actually buy because I don't currently have them, and I'm stocking them up in my cart on Amazon so that I can get them. But Feeding the Soul by Tabitha Brown, I'll put a picture here. Will by Will Smith, Tracker by Bethany Votaw, and Wicked Souls, the second book in the Marionette series by Katie Wismer, and Stalking Jack the Ripper by Carrie Moniscalo. I'm going to say that wrong probably, but you can see it on the picture. Now there's 5 ebooks. Inner Demons by Sarah Cannon, which I may not get to the ebook because I may actually just buy the paperback. Scribbles and Scrawls by Bethany Votaw. I may also buy that paperback, so I may not get to the ebook of that either. Wiped Out by Tamara Woods. The Dream Diaries by Becca C. Smith. I may also buy the paperback of that. And Taming Him by Kennedy Fox. Now, I wanted to read at least one romance because you see all my stuff is pretty much mystery and crime. A little bit of nonfiction, but mostly mystery and crime. So, I wanted to read one romance, and I figured, since I'm a huge fan of Courtney Project and everything she does, I wanted to read Kennedy Fox, but I didn't want to just pick a Kennedy Fox book. I wanted to start at the beginning of the Kennedy Fox era. So I did some research and discovered that the first book ever, or at least according to the website, was Taming Him. So I'm going to start there and hopefully continue my journey on the Kennedy Fox trail. Not much of a romance reader, but every now and then I like a little bit of romance. So with that said, that is my very lengthy list for the books that I plan to read in 2022. I may add a couple if I actually get through all of those, which I doubt I will. But I'm trying to improve my reading. I'm not a very fast reader, not as fast as I used to be, because, you know, life. But, you know, when you're a kid, you can read all day because you had nothing else to do. But, yeah, life. So, I'm going to really try to get through these, and hopefully I will achieve them. But we'll check back in halfway through the year to see how I'm doing. With that said, that's going to be it for this video. If you like this video and you want to see more videos from me, make sure that you hit the like and subscribe button. To support me in any other method, checking out my blog site, my magazine site, my online store, supporting me on Ko-fi, all those links can be found in the description box. And until next time, have a blessed day. Bye.